Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, my beautiful people. Happy Wednesday. And if you're watching the replay, happy, whatever day it is. So it's May, and we are still talking about sales. Why? Because last month was so freaking amazing. It was so good. Every single one of those trainings were like my favorite thing that I'd ever done. And the questions that you guys brought and the things that we talked about were so rich. So we're just continuing that theme. And I'm really excited about it because there's so much more to talk about and feel into. So this month we're deepening our work around the energetics of sales. That's the way that I'm framing this month in my mind. So we're going to answer questions about practicalities and logistics, but we're also going to go much deeper into the energetic component, which is really, I think that's the place where there's the most leverage and the place where there's the most love and the most play and the most fun and the most improvisation and the most co-creation and the most generosity and the most juice. So that's where we're going to live most of this time today and next month. And I invite you to continue to bring your questions both to the chat when we're here, but also bring them to the open forum that we're now doing on Thursdays. So if you don't know about that, we'll put the link in all the different platforms. It's visible on my everywhere. So if you just look for Jesse Johnson Coaching Open Forum, you'll find it. So if you want to actually get face to face and go deeper, come there and let's do that too. The reason that we're talking about this month is also because we're still in quarantine and the world needs your business. The world needs your mastery. The world needs your expertise. The world needs your success. The economy, like on a very practical level, the economy needs your success to continue to build the economy and keep it thriving. But also in a very spiritual way, in a very energetic way. The world needs its spiritual masters, its healers, its transformational guides to continue to show up. And you can't do that if you're worried about money. You can't do that if you're stressing about whether or not your business is even going to survive the month. So why are we talking about sales? Because it's time to virus-proof your business. What would that mean for you? What would it look like? And this is relevant, by the way, whether you have a business or not, because one of the things that's happening for me in the last couple of weeks is that a lot of people who don't actually have businesses are saying, hi, I want to start a business right now. Yes, this is a good time for that. A lot of people are going out of business. That's an uncomfortable process, and it's an important process for them and for you. So there's so much opportunity here. Trust your desire, trust your inspiration, trust your guidance. You are being called to more. So again, this is relevant whether you have a business and you're looking to expand and improve right now, whether you have a business and you're struggling and you need some support to keep it going, or whether you have a business only in your mind and you're ready to bring it into reality. Regardless, hi Kate, welcome. Your work is about mastering sales. You cannot create a successful business that does not include sales mastery. So this is super concrete, and it's true whether there's quarantine or not. Your sales mastery, your capacity to move money through your business is the key to being virus proof. Right? Or internet breaking proof or crisis proof. It doesn't really matter. It happens that right now we've got this pandemic. The reality is that businesses are by their nature, they're like living things. And we living things are fragile in a way. We have this mortality thing going on. Businesses have that too. So your best approach to really let your business live, as long as it's here to live, is to master sales so that you can build a business that's virus-proof, circumstance-proof, tragedy-proof, change in the economy-proof. When you have sales mastery, you can make money and keep your business thriving no matter what's going on. Period, the end. And that's very important. It's very important. Everyone who is currently expanding and being successful in business is because they understand sales. And more than that, they understand that the resilience that is required of them right now is normal. You want to build your resilience? Practice sales. Like, not only are sales going to bring money into your business, but your practicing of the sales work will demand that you get more resilient. Because it's uncomfortable. Sales are uncomfortable for most people until you become masterful. And sometimes even then. Why do people have resistance to sales? Let's just go into that a little bit. Can you guys share? What are your resistances to sales? What excuses do you come up with that have you say, I just don't wanna? Michelle, I just saw that comment. That's so beautiful. I'm committed to mastering sacred sales and being of service to my highest aligned clients. Yes, queen. Love that. Where do you guys get stuck? What's the resistance? Where does it show up for you? Laura, yes, I don't have the right technique. It's not going to work. In other words, worrying about the worst case scenario. I actually like using the worst case scenario, but not when you're preparing to have a sales conversation. I like using the worst case scenario well in advance. So just to name that, it's like whatever it is that's arising is for you. It's here to support you and serve you. It's not, you don't have to repress anything. You don't have to reject anything. You can welcome everything and recognize that everything has a place. So your worst case scenarios, where do they go? They deserve time to think about, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen when you're not about to do it? Right? Like carve out time on the weekend, when you're on meditation retreat, like when you're surrounded by people that love you, when you've got a lot of extra resources, then you go into it and you look at, with your coach, with your friends, with your God, with yourself, what am I afraid is going to happen? What's the worst thing that could happen? So I just saw a couple more comments, like feeling judged. Specifically feeling judged by women, that's powerful. Stuff about COVID-19. So give me more detail. Like, what would it look like? Like, what's the thought or the belief or the behavior that gets in the way for you? Yes, Kelly just mentioned, I love this. So like, sales brings up the terrible car salesman types in my mind. Yes. So, okay, let me organize this for a second. So, all those worst case scenarios, let me just finish that thought. All the worst case scenarios, you carve out time to give attention to those things. They are like little ones that want to have their wisdom included, that want to be seen and held and nourished and supported and understood and worked with, okay? So you let them have a seat at the table and you listen to their concerns and then you address them. Like address whatever those worst case scenarios is. So let me think for a second. Worst case scenario, let's keep it really simple. The worst case scenario might be that you have a conversation with someone and they say no. And it feels bad because you were really hoping that they would say yes. You really believe in this person. You would love to work with this person. It's an important thing for you. And you decide in advance, how are you going to nourish yourself? How are you going to stay resilient? How are you going to handle it when people say no? Because let me tell you right now, that's a guarantee. You open yourself up to doing sales conversations, you're going to hear no. You want to hear no. So this one may not want to hear no. This one's like, what? No, I don't want to hear no. I know you don't want to hear no. And this is what we're here to do. And I'm gonna hear it for you. You don't even have to deal with it. I got this. I got you. Right? So you decide in advance, what does it actually look like to hold yourself in that discomfort or that fear? When it comes to the worst case scenarios, you use your imagination strategically to anticipate the things that will challenge you and decide in advance what you're going to do about them. That's how you productively work with those resistances. So you take them seriously, you treat them like real people, like real voices, like real advisors, and you meet them just like you would at like a freaking corporate conference table. You get into that conversation and you look at what it is that's going on. Okay? As opposed to letting them just worry and chew on the worry in the back of your mind without addressing it and just hoping they'll go away. They won't go away. Work with them. Work with them. Okay, now coming back to the resistance. So resistance to feeling judged. And I'll take this further. Resistance to being judged. Because you will be judged. Again, when you put yourself out there, when you let yourself be seen, you will be judged. Positively, negatively, it's the reality. Hi, Kat. So just like this is the truth. You don't have to imagine a worst case scenario. It's going to happen. Not everybody's going to like you. That's the point. That's the point. You want to put yourself out there for people to say yes and no. You don't want to put yourself out there and only hear yes. No, that's a fantasy. That is a fantasy. No one experiences that. By the way, like anyone who is thinking, I want to create viral content. This is like a very common dream. I want to be on Oprah. I want to create viral content. I want to have a best-selling book on the New York Times bestseller list, like these kinds of things. If you drill down underneath that, for most people, those desires are actually translated into, on the energetic emotional level, I want everyone to like me. And there is a belief, which is a fantasy, that if you are on Oprah, or if you have a best-selling book, or if you make millions, or if you have a waiting list of people who want your products or services, or if you have a viral video with millions of viewers, that it will mean that you aren't getting that negative judgment. But that's not true. The bigger you go, the more of the negativity you get, as well as more of the positivity. It's both. The change is not in that going away. It's just that in order to get out there, you got to get free. You got to get real free so that people get to feel whatever they want to feel about you. It's none of your business. It's never been any of your business. I bet you guys were even told that at some point as kids or teenagers, or at some point you've heard this principle. What other people think about you is none of your business. Your business is your literal business. What are you here to do? How are you here to serve? Get your ass out there. Put your ass on the line. Tell people what you're doing. Move through the resistance. So a lot of the things that people are putting down are objections that come up in sales conversations. These are very normal. And when I talk about sales mastery and when I teach sales, really what I'm talking about and teaching about is how to support people in getting clear about what they want and frankly resolving their own objections. The truth is that people never say no because of money or time. Those words come out of their mouth, but that's not actually the issue. The issue is that they either don't want it enough, they just are trying to be polite, or they are believing in a limitation that they need support moving through. And your job is to help them figure out which it is. Your job is not to make them say yes. Your job is not to coerce them into saying yes to something that they don't want. Your job is to get skeptical of the surface. Like, what does that mean? Okay, so what's going to be, you need more time. What's going to be different in 3 months? Kate mentioned that a lot of people who normally have money are not able to pay for services right now. There's always people who are struggling with money. Frankly, it's a different group of people right now than usual, which is part of why there's so much opportunity. Because different people have money right now than usual. Some people that are used to having a lot of money don't, and some people that aren't used to having as much money are. And the stream is the same. The economic fuel supply is still here in the same quantities it's always been. but it's moved a little bit. And so some different people are experiencing different things. So Kate, just because I know your business quite well, money is never the issue and time is never the issue. And whether COVID-19 is happening or not, people will say that money and time is an issue. So it's a great time right now to get masterful around sales, because whatever you master right now is going to continue to be relevant forever. Everyone is able to pay. I know that's a radical concept, but that's the truth. Everyone is able to pay for your services, but not everybody wants them. And that's fine. But if they do want them, it means the money's here. They wouldn't want it otherwise. They wouldn't feel that desire otherwise. And your job is to help the people who want what you've got to know that you've got it and get creative and resourceful to hire you to get the thing that they want. I just want to name for a moment that it's a very human resistance to avoid sales. It's very, very normal. Don't make that wrong. Don't judge yourself. Don't feel like I'm judging you. I'm not. I've resisted sales plenty. I still do. And I'm in love with sales. Like, I deeply enjoy sales, and I can still resist it because it's vulnerable. It's intimate. It's deep. It's countercultural. It's radical. It's revolutionary. Really. We're taught not to talk to strangers. We're taught not to talk about money. We're taught to not ask for anything. And in sales, you're breaking all of those cultural norms. So it's normal to feel the resistance. Don't take it personally. Oh, hello, resistance. Oh, hello. Nice to meet you. So good to know that we're in this together. Resistance only comes up when you are on a growth path. So it's a good sign. It's a good sign when the resistance is there. It means that you're like onto something. You're about to step into something new. So the thing that I want to encourage you guys to do is get very discerning so that you recognize, are you distracting yourself? Because people come up with all kinds of things they can do instead of sales that seem really business related. They seem on task. They might be. But if you're not making sales, you're not going to make money, and you're not going to have any capacity to do this other work that might actually be relevant. So just as an example, when I first started my business, I'm talking like the first 2 weeks of my business, I wanted to work with spiritual educators, people who were leading retreats, and I wanted to help them with their curriculum because I saw the opportunity to bring my education mastery into that space and help these spiritual folks deepen their impact. These spiritual teachers deepen their impact, the depth of the impact and the long-lastingness of the impact. And to really support their people in integrating the peak experience that would happen on the retreat. So for about 2 weeks, I worked with clients and people on that issue and almost immediately realized that which is so valuable and important, like what I just described is really juicy material, but it was irrelevant if they didn't have full retreats. It was irrelevant if they didn't have people in there receiving the curriculum that they had spent time creating. Like, there was nothing for those people to actually get if they weren't there. So that's like my extreme example. That is how I started focusing on money. So it's not that money is more important. It's that in your business, money is prerequisite. You don't have a business if you're not making money. And if there's nothing for you to do, money is what's going to serve your business in growing, thriving, transforming, continuing to serve. When you know how to move money through your business, then you can tackle all those other things. You can hire a team. You can build out your marketing and advertising. You can scale. Those things are beautiful things to do. They're very, very valuable, very important. You can hire someone like me or someone else to support you in deepening your curriculum. I would love to do that work with you. But if you are not in your mastery around moving money, if you are not in your sales mastery, none of that stuff is going to matter. It's not sustainable. Not sustainable. So let sales become a devotional practice for you, a growth practice for you. Because if you don't, you're going to end up an employee in someone else's business, in someone else's project. And if you're listening to this, that's not what you want. You want to run your own show. You want to do your own thing. Each one of you has a unique vision, a unique mission, and it can only be done by you. It can only happen through you. So trust that. Trust that. So what do you do? What do you do to master sales? Remember what you're here for and who you're here to help. That's really important, right? When you remember that, then you will do the work that's uncomfortable for you. Hey, Phil. Nice to see you again. Hi, Sierra. So honored to connect with you. When you say yes to your vision, your mission, who you're here for, what you're here for, who you're here to help, that's such sustainable fuel supply, right? That's the kind of juice that it's like I can get up every day for you guys. Whether I'm here, I may not want to do the growth work today. I tend to like doing it, but there are days when I get up and I'm just like, I just want to watch Netflix. But when I think about you guys, immediately I'm like, let's go. Let's go, I'm ready. So continuously connect to your purpose, your vision, your mission, your people. Trust what you know about that too. Don't use what I'm saying to convince yourself that you don't know enough or you need more clarity, whatever. You know. There's more always for you to know, but you know enough. The second thing to do is to get on the phone. Go on Facebook Live, go on IG Live. Find someone you can help. Ask people, who's struggling with this thing? I want to help you. Put yourself out there. Let people know. Let everyone know what you're up to. I recently had a conversation. I actually was introducing a friend of mine. I know this person pretty well. I've seen him perform. I've seen him do a lot of his work in the world. I love him. I'm super for him. But as I started introducing him, he was like, actually, I do something a little different than that. Oh my God, really? Tell me all about it. How did I not know that? Because he didn't tell me. He didn't call me to tell me. That's not a criticism. It's just information. People want to know what you're doing. They want to support you. They want to champion you. They want to be for you. I just recently revisited The Art of Asking by Amanda Palmer. So inspiring. I had forgotten. It's been about 10 years since she did her TED Talk and wrote that book. Go back to that. People want to help. People want to help and they want your help, both. Step 3, practice gratitude. Past gratitude, present gratitude, advanced gratitude. It's so juicy. I'm so happy and grateful that I have this gift with which to serve other human beings. I'm so happy and grateful that I have technology that allows me to connect with literally more and more people rather than less and less, even though social distancing is the name of the game and I'm not allowed to go outside. I'm so happy and grateful for my future clients. I know they're going to be even more amazing than I can imagine. I'm so happy and grateful for their easeful and enthusiastic payment in full. I love when people sign up and go in all the way. Hey, Michelle. So like that, I'm just modeling it. Practice gratitude, past, present, future. Including, by the way, the quarantine. And I don't mean that in a way that, again, I'm not a fan of repression, okay? So that's not what I'm talking about. But how can you be grateful for this time? Yes, I miss hugging people. Yes, I miss seeing my clients in person. Yes, I miss my friends. Yes, I miss my family. I miss traveling. I miss adventure. There's all kinds of things that are not my favorite thing. I don't like that more people are dying. That's not my personal preference. And here we are in this moment. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for the time to deepen my virtual presence. I'm grateful for the freaking routine that I have in my life, which I haven't experienced in years. I've been traveling so much over the last 4 or 5 years. I haven't experienced this kind of time at home in so long. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I have more clients right now than I've had in my business in a long time, and it's because everyone's going through this. I'm grateful for the businesses that they're building, forming, expanding. I love the world that we're living in. I'm so grateful that all of us are coming to get right. Like, I can just keep going. So practice gratitude. Get masterful at gratitude. And then 4 is to play with your sales. Stay tuned. Come to every single week of this month's training. Binge watch the sales playlist on my YouTube channel. Because there's hours now of footage there. All of which is juicy, juicy training. This month, I will be teaching the 3 elements that will transform the energetics of your sales. So that allows you to really channel while you're having sales calls. And when I say like I'm channeling right now, I'm not like Abraham going into some other dimension. That might be fun, but that's not what I'm doing right now. But I am collaborating with the divine. That's what I think sales are for. So those are your 4 steps for this week, okay? Call to action. Number 1, just to recap, remember who you are. Remember what you're here for. Remember who you're here to help. Let that inspiration call you forth and fuel you. Get on the phone. Get on social media. Tell people what you're doing. Get visible. Share your gift. Share your mastery. Ask for referrals. Ask for help. Ask people what help they need. Find someone to help. Practice gratitude. And 4, let me help you. Stay tuned. Right? We got open forum happening every Thursday at noon Pacific. You can sign up for that in the link that my team will put either in the link tree or the comments description. Come to my retreat that's happening May 15th and 16th. That's just a little over a week away. Fantastic. And just keep watching these things. Like this is all I'm here for. I am here to help you use this time to build your multiple 6 or 7-figure business. As big as you want to go, I'm here to help you. I am your champion. I fucking believe in you. I believe in your mission. I feel what's coming through you. I know you're here to help. Do you. Do you. Go big. Let me just see if there's any questions, comments that I haven't responded to that really need the response. Michelle, just do it. Just rip off the Band-Aid. Don't give up. Be resilient. What will your tribe respond to? It's a little bit like any relationship. Like if you put yourself out there and there's no response, like ask a different way. Sometimes I'll ask Shrikala for something and he will explicitly tell me like, Jess, you gotta try that again. I did not like how that request or that question or that interaction felt. Right? So if the tribe is not responding, get playful, get curious. What are they gonna respond to? Yes, create a strategy for responding to no's. Okay, being judged by family. Again, what's new? Get used to it. Your family's going to judge you. So what? What are you going to do? Right? Imagine the 2 scenarios. You live your life in fear of their judgment, trying to please them. Where's that going to get you? Versus saying, fuck that. I'm not doing that anymore. What does that look like? Just choose. I don't actually have a judgment about which one you choose. I just invite you to consciously make the decision. Yeah, I understand. So this is the thing. You're working with a school to put your summer camps online and they're resistant to the pricing. So do it on your own. Offering something new feels scary. Yes, it does. But people will not give the process to experience something different a chance. The fear to sell an unknown. Welcome to my world. I totally understand that. I understand. Again, reconnect to who you're here for. Reconnect to the thing that you're here to do, Vanessa. Let that be the driving force. There's always going to be fear to get involved. Like fear's always waiting in the wings. There's nothing new about that. The question is, what is it worth? What's it worth to you to take the risk, to put yourself out there, to take a stand for that mystery? It's juicy. It's juicy. Ooh, and Shri just brought in something. I know so many people that have big numbers on social media and still can't sell their product and art yet. It's not about those numbers. This is the thing. I have so many people back over and over and over again. I got to get a website. I got to get these numbers on social. I got to yada, yada, yada. I'm telling you right now, the thing that matters is your sales. When you have a solid financial foundation, you can focus on all those other things. They're important. They're just not what comes first. Okay? Yes, this is so right. Yes, I get it. Nice to be here. Grateful for so many amazing interviews. Oh, good. Incredible. Thank you for the seva. Yes, I needed to remember who I am. Yes, 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 yes. You guys are fucking awesome. Rock your shit out. Yes, yes. I love you. I believe in you. I support you. You got more questions? Fantastic. Come tomorrow to the open forum. Let's go deeper. You guys are incredible. Keep letting me know how we can help. Use the comments. Let me know what you need. Let me know how we can support you. Let me know what would serve you. And come back here. We'll be live again on Wednesday for this kind of sales training, really going deeper into the energetics of sales. And then tomorrow and every Thursday doing the open forum, which is going to be super fun. And then I'll show you right now, if you're on Facebook or YouTube, I'll show you the promo for the retreat. So if you're feeling called to that, you can get a little feeling for that. And then I will see you guys next time. Ready to say yes? I can't wait to see you there.